Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the transatlantic number GH-6015-US4. This is a heavy-duty step-on door holder, in a satin brass finish. Let's take a look, see what this means here now. This is the first time I've seen one of these in a satin brass finish. Sorry, I'm not doing real good on the reveal here. So that's what the satin brass finish looks like. It's certainly reflective, and I would say this would also pass as a polished brass version as well. Satin, really, I would think, because you can obviously tell that it has a brushed process done to it, but it is certainly reflective. And I would say that if you had a polished brass set of hardware that you wanted to match, or satin brass, and maybe even satin bronze, this might work, although this is gold, where satin bronze has a leans towards copper a bit more, or a very light brown color. This will be obviously the same quality as their other step-on or plunger style door holders, very typical and common. There is a particular ladies clothing retail national chain that uses the 6015 all the time. Although it's unusual to sell it in a brass color. I don't recall the last time I have. The item is a door holder, is what it is. Open the door to where you want using your foot. You can project the bottom with your toe. You can tip that back. Obviously, this is for use on non-fire rated doors. This would not be permissible on a fire rated door of any rating whatsoever. Fire-rated doors, the cardinal rules are they have to be self-closing and self-latching. This would violate that. Overall height of the body of the unit is 7 inch. Down to the tip is about 7 5/8. Now, coming out of the body, we've got about 5/8 of an inch. Let's fully extend it. And that's going to bring us down to about 2 inch, so inch and 3/8 extension. Okay. The unit has the holes that are here. Center line of the mounting screw hole down to the bottom of the body is about 1.5 inches. Okay. From the top mounting hole down to the bottom mounting holes, that center line looks like it's about 5 1/4 or so. About 5 1/8. Okay. And then the center to center on these holes. And I'm giving this data to you just in case you're trying to match existing. Looks like it's about 1 1/16 center. Projection of the body, about 1 3/16. Okay. Screws are included in a complementary type finish. So, since you won't use this on fire-rated doors, where will you use this? Obviously, an exterior door that you might have the local... you might have the local pack and ship company, and you want to get that door open so that when your drivers come in, you know, fast and furious, you can get that door open and it's held in the open position. Very effective use for that. I have had complaints of this type of door holder not survive when it comes to a high gloss surface. And there's not a lot you can do about that. I suppose you might rough the bottom of this up with some incredibly coarse sandpaper, but that works to erode that tip ability. And at the time of this video, it's unclear to me if these replacement tips are available, but I will get that answer and amend the extended description of the product if they are available. So that would be a great application for something like this. But a stockroom door, obviously a non-fire rated stockroom door, is where we see these employed all the time. Okay, and I can tell you that where these are going to are to a restaurant that they might want to have the material held open, have that door to the kitchen held open after hours or before hours when there's, you know, carts and loading and unloading and movement of material from the kitchen side to the retail side of the environment. Okay, there is a link below this video to a document called that document is called Product Brochure, that will allow you to review all of the general hardware from transatlantic. The name transatlantic has morphed into Imperial Limited, which has morphed into... No, forgive me. Transatlantic morphed into Door Controls. Global Door Controls. Didn't really morph, but there were two companies. Global Door Controls bought Transatlantic from the old man in Philadelphia who had been running that company for sure since the 1970s. And my family's been selling Transatlantic for sure since then. And morphed Global Door Controls and Transatlantic into a new name called Imperial Limited. Luckily, they are still importing some of the high-quality imported commercial hardware that I have always used from Transatlantic, namely their exit devices. They have an exit device called the ED-501, and that exit device is outrageously potent when it comes to a confluence of value, durability, and cost. I have sold literally thousands of those devices. I've had one fail, one, and that's because the guy welded it to the door, called me and said, gave me the razzmatazz. I drove to the job site because it was very close to where I lived on a Sunday morning. I immediately discovered that he welded it to the door opening, and a spring that keeps the latch bolt projected had literally melted. So when you put 1800 degrees onto a small piece of spring wire, it melted. It stopped working. So we had a little opportunity to restrain ourselves with a reverse razzmatazz, but the point of the matter is the ED-501 is outrageously durable. It is actually listed grade 1. I'm quite sure of it. I have one behind me. I won't bother to get it, but I believe it to be grade 1. If you're looking for an inexpensive series of imported builder's hardware, obviously exit devices, door closers, hinges, and lock sets, definitely think of the name Transatlantic or Imperial for that and other ancillary hardware. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Transatlantic products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Transatlantic GA 6015 and a US4 finish, or any other Transatlantic product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.